Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Mr. Waleed Batouty, the tourism expert and former Councillor of Minister of Tourism and Antiquities. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, Mr. Batouty, could you give us an idea about the Interfaith Harmony Week?
Well, let me tell you, to speak to the world through these museums, that we no longer in Egypt, that we talk from the Cairo Egyptian Museum only today. We have lots of podiums and lots of places to speak to the world, such as the Mimic, which is also the Civilization Museum, but today to speak from the Islamic Museum, which is one of the most important museums around the world. And as you said in your introduction, the Muhammad Ali Palace and from the Citadel, all of these are good spots to focus and grab attention to Egypt and show diversity and show that we have, not because everybody was only counting on Egypt, that you either speak from the pyramid or you speak from the Cairo Egyptian Museum, and those are the only two places. And even in the old days, sometimes the tourists used to spend one day in Cairo or one night in Cairo, regarding visiting in the morning the pyramids and in the afternoon the Cairo Egyptian Museum, vice versa. So now Cairo saying no, we do have lots of other places, and we are also using the importance of these places to you know, shed the light on getting the attention.
Yes. So, Mr. Batouty, how was these museums been chosen, or what is the criteria by which the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities chose these museums? Like you've just mentioned, the Islamic Museum in Bab al-Khal, the Muhammad Ali Palace, also the Geir Anderson or the House of Crete in Sayyida Zainab.
Well, all these places have received unbelievable, tremendous attention and restoration and facelift and upgrading. I mean, the Islamic Museum is on a very high level of announcing itself that it's one of the best museums, and it has one of the best collection of Islamic collection in the world. So while it's talking or addressing the world, from there, you also, they are putting themselves on the map. And now we start to hear, recently we started to hear people coming to Cairo, and then they want to visit the Islamic Museum, or they want to do the Geir Anderson as well. Bear in mind, with the Geir Anderson, there has been a very famous movie that was also filmed there. So these places that add more to, and it's always an extra and a plus to add more to promote tourism in Egypt.
Yes, you've just also mentioned the Geir Anderson, that the film was shot there. It's one of the very important, of course, monuments here in Egypt. It's also called the Crete House, or the Zainab Khatoun House. It's not only a museum, but it's also one of the important Islamic houses in Egypt. That it's very close to the Mosque of Ibn Tulun. The area itself is very important. If anybody visits the house, is going to see the Ibn Tulun Mosque. So it's marketing for other monuments in the place. How did you see this?
Well, I see this as a brilliant idea, is to show the diversity that we have, not just the pyramid and the museum, but we have lots of other things, and we can talk. I mean, you know, we have the Coptic Cairo, we have the Jewish Cairo, we have the Islamic Cairo, and then we have the Walk of Cairo. We have now new tourism that comes and do walk in the streets of downtown in Cairo. I mean, the diversity, Egypt in general has lots of things to offer, and we should use, I consider that this is the soft power of Egypt, which is we have to make use of all of it and take advantage that the world is seeking. Like, let me take you to when the whole world cannot go out of home during COVID. We moved 22 royal mummies from the Cairo Egyptian Museum to the Civilization Museum, and we were able to draw the attention of the world that here we go, and we gave them a good show and a good entertainment.
Yes.
And we did this on behalf of the world.
Yes.
So the strategy that the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquity that these days they use is they are not doing anything haphazard, but they're doing things scientifically and picking up the right timing, the right people, the right tools, and everything. I praise very much the campaigns that has been done. Bear in mind that today the tourist can buy his tickets online before even he comes from abroad, and he can use it through his cell phone. I mean, there is lots of good stuff that happened in Egypt, and we're upgrading ourselves, and we're getting there. I mean, we're not at the top yet, but we're getting there. We're working on it.
Yes. Mr. Batouty, what is the format of the events held by the museums or the activities? Give us an idea about the activities that are taking place during this week. Hello? Hello, it seems we've lost the line. We thank very much our dear guest, Mr. Waleed Al Batouty, the tourism expert and former counselor of the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities. We thank him for being with us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.